My toddler stumbled into my room this morning asking for cereal for breakfast.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, you sound sick there. Are you doing okay? You need a lozenge?
This is just how I talk.
I suppose it makes sense, given, you know, the whole woke up at, 7 a.m. to make Froot Loops? Welcome to I Had to Google This, a safe space for the culturally confused.
So I caved and just made her some. I decided on a mango banana flavor, raspberry flavor, and also blueberry since that's her favorite fruit. I spooned my cereal dough.
No, I'm sorry, this is not cereal. This is not cereal. I haven't been listening to the ingredients, to be honest. Her voice is really, really getting to me. Oh God, I'll go back and listen.
Maple syrup, coconut oil, and some tapioca flour. I spooned my cereal dough into each.
It's dough. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Once it all came together, I started forming my little cereal by getting a small amount of dough, rolling it out, and placing it on a parchment paper lined baking sheet.
I know Froot Loops aren't healthy. I know. They're processed, they're filled with glucose. I don't know what's in. This is so time consuming for the amount of little bars.
My oven to about 350 degrees, and once that was ready, I smushed down my cereal and added a little hole in the middle.
She put little holes in them. It's such an invasive process to make, and she's gonna bake them. And I'm like, the whole point of cereal is that it's convenient. Here's your bowl of cereal. It took me 24 years to make. I hand rolled every single ball and put it into a little box. Super, super delicious. You should have it. It will take me another 24 years to make. So, you know, I'm eating, sorry. And I won't knock this woman for making something healthy for her kid who really wants Froot Loops and she doesn't want to give him the processed stuff. But I guess it's just the way that she's going about explaining it, like the voice and the time consumption. And it's just like, how do you have the time? I have no money. I'm broke. How do you have the time?
Before baking them for about 8 to 10 minutes, I let them cool completely, topped them with some milk.
Is that how much? She's gonna have a really hard time when that kid's older and that bowl of cereal is not cerealing. It's not cerealing. It's just not that is not a bowl. The Froot Loops the shape is not bad. Considering you only have to bake it for 7 to 8 minutes, that's not bad either. The rolling it is a little bit, and then your hands are red and purple for the rest of the day. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna knock a mom for being able to give her kid the world. And that's awesome. That kid's really, really lucky. I can see where the problems would come in this is in people saying and assuming that if a mom doesn't do this, it's really, really horrible. And that if she gives her kids actual Froot Loops, it's a really big problem. That I could see becoming an argument that happens. I don't know if it does. I found this on YouTube. I have not seen it on TikTok. I don't know what the conversation threads are like. I guess I could go and research that.
I got in the kitchen and decided to make her one really quick.
The really quick is rage bait genius. I would love to be child because all the toxic things on our food to have natural homemade stuff is amazing. I didn't fully get the grammar of that, but yes, I think I understand the point that was made there. Mom, I want more. Yes, because that bowl was tiny. Wow, OMG, this is amazing. People like this be rich as hell. La, 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 la. It's true. Okay, we'll move on. Look, I don't think what she's doing is a bad thing. I think it's actually a really great thing. Sometimes there's not very good moms out there and I totally understand what's going on. I don't want to get canceled. But most of the time, especially in today's economy, being able to afford to cook from home, to spend hours of your day doing this kind of thing for a tiny little payoff like that, it's just not feasible. It's not feasible. And it must be nice to be a Tradwife sometimes. Other times I think I would hate it. I think I'm too independent, too opinionated, and I think I would probably, I'm not gonna finish that thought.
Oh, honey, I cleaned the trash this weekend for the 40th time. You gonna take it out one day? No? Oh, cause that's why I exist, is to just take out trash.
Jewelry tour? Sorry, I gotta get off this girl's page. We're moving on. But Nara Smith isn't the only one that I have heard about doing this. She's just a bigger name. She gets millions of views from what I have seen. Every single person who's able to do this is also either incredibly wealthy or owns a farm. Speaking of farms, Making Butter at Home from Fresh Cream by Ballerina Farm.
Show me butter milk. Welcome to my...
There's a lot of liquid sounds. As someone who has dysphonia, what is it called? Misophonia! Bro, I wasn't that far off.
We are going to be showing you how.
This looks like when I was a kid, I went to the summer camp, and there was this haunted cabin in the woods. It's called Quick's Homestead. And as soon as I saw this, particularly the light that's hanging out in that back hallway, this is a haunted house. There's ghosts in this house. I can feel it. Do they own cows? They must own cows. Ballerina Farm? Was she a ballerina too? Who is this woman? Hannah, Danielle, and family. Oh, Daniel. Honestly, lesbian Tradwife situation, I kind of would get behind. I kind of would watch. What can I say? I'm straightophobic. Heterophobic?
Aprons are important in butter making. All cooking, actually. All farm cooking, because you get dirty.
Aprons are important for butter making. Aprons are important for all cooking. Actually, no, scratch that. Aprons are just important for farm cooking. All cooking would get go away. Where's Daniel? I want to know. Because this is supposed to be cooking with the family. The kids are just kind of making noises in the background. As someone who's worked as a camp counselor, it is near impossible to wrangle children. And I worked with the 16-year-olds, so.
But as soon as I'm going to scrape the cream off, then it will become skimmed milk.
Hot take on milks. I know this is not what this is about. And before all of the people who are convinced that nut milks are good for you, no. Nut milks. Well, they're bad for the environment. First of all, they have what one might call glyphosates all over them. Oats in general. Estrogen levels. Oh, where's little fat as you can get? Because there's no way you can get perfect skim milk. Using a late point is that when you do shit, the fat is good. The fat is good because it offsets the sugar. When you're trying to get your macros in, I'm not a gym influencer. Put that dumbbell down. When you're trying to balance your macros, you need the fat to counteract the sugar. Otherwise, you're putting more sugar into your body. Oat milk also is just kind of straight sugar. It's straight carbohydrate. So, and then almond milk is, I don't know what almond milk's doing. What are you doing? Me? Nothing, girl. It's killing our environment.
Splashy. Butter takes about 15 minutes. So
I just feel like this didn't need to be a 15-minute video. I guess they're saying butter takes about 15 minutes. I get it. Okay, they live on a farm, they get to make milk. It's really, really fun and really, really great. Do I think that there should be more farmers in the world and less corporate tech leaders? Yes, I do. But I also don't like the romanticization of it. I don't know if they romanticize. I should probably look at more of their stuff. But nothing said in this video is actually legally binding to me. It's all opinion, none of it is fact. Honestly, I would love to live on a farm if I didn't also have to be a Tradwife. Like, if I could have my own farm and just like have a coalition of people who want to live on farms. Does anyone want to go build a farm? I want to go build a farm. Can we all go just like live on a little farm community? Or is that culty? Is that giving cult? Shit.
Cream. But I left the cream out to get to room temperature.
Oh my god, guys, wait.
Okay, so here we are.
Did you see that?
Cream, but I left.
It's Daniel. He's there. He's there in the background. He's got his phone. Everybody applaud Daniel. Woo, it's Daniel.
Okay, Marty, you help me out over there, okay?
I have this video on 2x speed and I want to die. Like, it didn't need to be 15 minutes. It didn't need to be 15 minutes. Like, you could have cut out
So get really hard like butter, and then the milk will be sloshing around. And if you're like, okay, this is good, I'm gonna go walk away and do something, and then turn to butter while you're gone, then it will splash all the buttermilk.
Is this where buttermilk comes from? Wait, I just learned something, guys. I've splashed buttermilk all over my kitchen before too, bro. Oh goodness, yeah. I used to make pie one time.
We used to strain the butter in cheesecloth. I saw someone do it.
Oh my god. Straining stuff in like linen cloth, cheesecloth, whatever. Kill me. I used to make oat milk at home because I liked oat milk better than regular milk and I didn't want the glyphosates. And then I gave up because this is so exhausting. I'm too busy filming myself talk about them doing this.
Mine a little bit more, but there. What's this smell like? Butter? Does it not smell like butter? Does it smell like? Now I'll turn it down to 1.
You know what really would have fascinated me, like would have made me go like, oh, this is cool. But like if they got like an old-timey butter churn. Oh yes. What am I doing? What is this joke? I think they should just get a butter churn.
The girls want to do this part. Let's see.
Jamming their fingers in there the entire time.
Wash your hands?
Can't clean the butter either. The butter has been sticky fingered. I don't think that's the phrase I wanted to say. Well, now the butter is nice and
Good job, Martha. No, then we're just gonna scrape it for him and see so we can show him how it looks. Okay, so
See,
this
I do like that the kids look like they're having fun. These are very wholesome videos. I should probably find less wholesome videos to watch.
use a lot of that. So we go for it. It makes sense for us to make our own butter because we have an abundance of cream. But I think if you were buying cream to make butter to save money, I don't know if that would actually make sense to do.
I appreciate that honesty, that realistically making butter from home isn't actually gonna save you money. And it honestly recontextualizes the last video. Because what was the last video advertising? Not advertising, she wasn't advertising it. Make it from home, blah, 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 blah. Like, people always wanna say making from home is less expensive. Like, why don't you make it from home? That is not always the case. Quote and point from Ballerina Farm, or Hannah and family, and Daniel, I guess. Daniel was there for 2 seconds. This is smart advertising, frankly. I guess the nice thing is I did learn how to make butter, so like that's really, really cool. There's a camera person. And it's Daniel. Daniel's the camera person, so who is the guy in the back? Just some guy who works on the farm? The husband? Daniel's not the husband, is he? Or is that their father or their brother? Is that her son? Who is that? Help. In the comments, please tell me, who is that? I want to know, and I'm not gonna look it up to be spiteful. Engagement tactics 101. Yeah! Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. See, the thing about Tradwife culture that I'm noticing, that I'm learning, that I don't know if you're noticing any trends or you have any insights into this, but I'm noticing that the Tradwife trend is very aesthetic. It's very family oriented, but it's also very much so like kind of makes you feel bad, but more like in a, look how beautiful and perfect my life is. And like, if you can do this thing, you really should. But I get that you can't. Not everybody's as capable as myself. Like, it feels very the mean girl who never left the small town, decided to become like, get married and have kids, and is now trying to have her come back. That's the vibe that it gives. While these videos were very wholesome, I just can envision such a darker energy to this, like, which is maybe bad for me that I can do that instead of just taking in the wholesome and being happy as a person. That's on me. Hey, let's watch the last video and see.
This is animal-based sunscreen. 100 million, billion, zillion times better than traditional sunscreens or other, quote, healthy sunscreens.
Okay, so this isn't a Tradwife at all. For reference, I had AI pick out the videos for me because I refuse to go online as if I can help it. I don't really like scrolling.
Better than traditional sunscreens. This is your answer. Get that bullshit out of your life and start using a really good quality sunscreen.
No, no, no. Here is the thing. Is you're saying get that crap out of your life. Get the bad, throw it away, bad. How much does that zinc cost? Like, the time it takes, you have a very nice house, sir. Get that crap out of your life. Bro, I use a towel. Towel? No, I do use towels. Okay, I do use tallow lotion. I do that. And a lot of people, all the vegans in the world are gonna scream, I just thought it was moisturizing. It's moisturizing. Just like, no, get that shit out of your life. But in such a nice kitchen, like, it's great. It's great that you can make that. And it's like killer that people can. Like, I wish I could. You know, I hope that you're buying those ingredients from your local grocer if you can afford and have the time to make it at home. And I hope that you're going out and supporting your local zinc grower. I don't know, where does zinc come from? And it's not even, let's watch another video. Let's watch another Tradwife TikTok. I haven't even touched on yet. It didn't help that the last video was of a man, because that's not Tradwife, so we're, like, they make it sound so thrifty. Tradwife, I'm a Tradwife, that's traditional wife, right? Right? I'm getting that right. Okay, traditional wife.
I'm not arguing with the who doesn't have a Roth IRA. All these Tradwives in my comments like, oh, my husband gives me an allowance. Good for you. And in exchange, you wash his dirty ass underwear. Retirement. Shut the up.
Hey, you know, I get it. I get this girl's anger. I really, really do. Because why should I not be allowed to choose independence? Like, if you want to be a Tradwife, that's fine. Like, get all up in there.
Full face of makeup on. I hear a wall.
Why am I listening to a man explain this to me? Sorry. Let me leave.
I would love to be a Tradwife. I would love nothing more. I'm so serious. You're telling me I get to raise animals?
Yeah, see, this is the appeal. This is the appeal that I'm talking about. Is like the idea that you get to, like, raising animals is not easy. If you can't wake up at like 4 a.m. like my father does every single day, no, you're done. You're screwed. You're done. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to survive. I'm personally a nocturnal creature. There's a reason I can't trad my way into being a wife.
Life has become kind of a caricature, so here's what it really means. Firstly, it means putting God, your husband, and your children in the center of your life, in that order.
God, huh? Put him at the center. Sorry, I can't even make a joke about that one. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. Your children go below your husband? Your children go above your husband. They go above God. You ever seen the woman who can like lift a truck because her kid's in danger? Women are not meant to put men before their children. If God, if God puts his creation first, right? To Eve, woman, child is our creation, right? It comes from our womb, our egg, our body, our labor. And then to say that not only does God go above that labor of love, but the man as well, the husband. I'm confused. I don't need to get into religious theory. I won't say that this is a bad thing for everybody because I don't know what people's situations are. I don't know what people's dreams are. Some people really do want to be that traditional mother, that traditional person, and that's great. I just don't like the over glamorization of being a traditional wife. How they have all this financial stability and there's no hardship and everything's hunky-dory and they get to spend 4 hours making Froot Loops and 3 hours making milk and butter and making milk and butter. I'm so tired. It's just, you're giving up autonomy for an aesthetic that isn't even really real. And the rest of the time, what are you? You're a servant to a man. This entire movement is a marketing campaign that places you at the bottom. You being a woman, if you're a man, welcome. I'm surprised you're here. I'm so glad that you are. That's crazy. But it's placing women at the bottom of this hierarchy that we have for years sought to get out of. And again, if you love that kind of life and you want that kind of life, I so am happy for you, you know? But I just don't like the perpetuation of the idea that women need to every single woman needs to want to have that life. Like, I'm not out here saying that every single man needs to become a race car driver just because, you know, cars are cool. That was a bad example. Do I regret learning about it? Probably. But at least we are confused together. If you want to come on my journey of complete cultural illiteracy, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, I'm terrible with names, so I'll probably forget that we had this interaction anyway. Bye.